Me and my friend Sam met each other playing the Pokemon trading card game 8 years ago and became instant friends, and pushed each other to reach new heights in the competitive Pokemon scene. And then we became adults and got jobs. This last year, we traveled around the world going to regionals and league cups in the hopes to try and compete, but ended up just not being able to put in the time and energy that we could back in the day.
I have 2 hours of sleep. I've been driving longer than I slept.
Whether from being old, Sam, or just having so much other stuff going on. So what if we did put in the effort needed to flourish competitively in the short time that we could fit into our schedules? So we hired 2 of the best Pokemon TCG players to coach us for 7 days the week before the biggest Pokemon Nationals ever. Not just to see if we could win the event, we won't, but to see which of us can make it further into the tournament and to try and relive the joy that was competitive Pokemon again and to push each other as rivals again 8 years later. And by the end of this video, we might just find what competitive Pokemon truly means to us. Man, you're going down, dude!
It has been 0 days since Purplecliffe has misplayed. 0.
Okay, all right, let's meet the coaches. On my side is Rahul Reddy, a 7-time world champion competitor with more tournament placements in the last 4 years alone than we can fit into this video. And just like me, he specializes in hard-hitting but very technical decks. In Sam's corner is John Eng, Portland regional winner and the 6th best player in the world right now.
So if hiring a coach is like taking vitamins,
we are consuming steroids right now.
But if we are going to have any success with this training, we are going to need a plan.
And ours started with learning what is going on in this meta. What? You came with graphs? Yeah! He's got graphs! Sam, you're going down, dude! Mine's not even in English, that's how good this is. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that since Twilight Masquerade came out, this tournament is a format that no one has played before except Japan. Every single player is at the starting point like us heading into this tournament, and even the pro players aren't fully sure as to what's good yet.
I'm essentially learning with you here.
The general consensus to like some of these numbers is just that Dragapult has a lot of 50-50s, so it's probably a very skill-intensive deck. I know you're not a control player, but control seems really good for this event.
I could be a control player.
Everyone's gonna sit down and be like, oh my god, Purplecliffe, you're my great favorite YouTuber, and by the end of the match, they're gonna be like, this guy played control.
We can't play control. We can't do it. With all this info, it should be very easy for me to lock in a deck early on. See, my brain immediately goes to what's the worst possible card that I could bring to have fun. Yeah, not my best look, but while I was goofing around, John was trying to get a better sense of what kind of player Sam is.
Yeah, I played for 2 years. That's how I met Jack. So, like, went to some regionals, went to some internationals, that kind of stuff.
So you've got got the groundwork for being able to play the game. That's like the big hump to get over.
If you like gun to my head was like, Sam, which 2 decks were you gonna play? I'd probably say Miraidon or Dragapult or Guardy. Those are like the 3. I'm starting to realize that choosing a deck might be harder than I thought.
I already knew that going into this. I've switched my competitive deck the night before a tournament way too many times. I wanted to find something and just lock in and get really good at it. Dragapult seems kind of fun, and it's similar to something that I put a lot of time in 2 years ago.
You play a thick line of the Dragapult because the Dracloak has airmail. And airmail,
wait, you're telling me that this has Xatu draw support and airmail? Okay, we've chosen my deck, Rahul. It's got 2 draw engines. And looks like that list is Dragapult.
I still haven't chosen my deck, but I'm really leaning towards Gardevoir. I know Gardevoir's got good matchups into stuff like Raging Bolt. It does pretty good in Dragapult, pretty good into Miraidon, pretty good into Lugia. So I'm like, okay, it's got some pretty easy matchups across the board.
With our first day of training out of the way, we were tasked with playing Pokemon TCG Live to get as many games as possible, while our coaches took a deeper look into the meta themselves.
This is new tech that I did not realize.
I opened packs, and I'm going to be opening packs while we do this session because I need one more Dragapult for my deck.
Meta has been shaping up a little bit funny. You know, online tournaments have been happening for those who are...
Dreepy! Dreepy! That was more hype than getting a Dragapult. Oh! I got the 4th Dragapult! Let's go! Now I just need the Dreepy! Okay, I may have ADHD, but we spent the entire day 2 going over the correct sequencing patterns with my deck, so I don't have to think as hard in the early game.
Jack and I played the other night, and he put me in the dirt. Just absolutely obliterated me. I don't think I won 1. We played 6 matches, and he won 5 of them. My main thing is I just want to do better than Jack. That's kind of the main thing there.
Okay.
That's all I really care about.
Do you know what he's wanting to play?
If I had to guess, I'm guessing he's playing Pult.
I think Sam is going Guardy, by the way, which sucks for me because he's played multiple regionals as Guardy already.
This guy's going with the comfort pick, you know, can't knock him.
Oh, wow. This is insane. Right-click on the other Minchino real quick. The second attack,
no way.
I had no clue that's what that did. This is new
That's
tech that I
hilarious.
did not realize. Like, I'm going to go upstairs after this and tell the guys and be like, hey,
Yeah.
Lugia can totally
Okay.
use this against Gardevoir. Like, this
That's
is
hilarious.
great.
While Sam and John are learning busted moves, Rahul and I decided to get some ladder games in. But I ran into some questionable opponents. They just attached an energy to their Charmander, though, Rahul.
Dude, what is going on?
I think we're
alright.
playing against a TCG Liver on their phone. This is like the Marble Snap player who only plays while they're pooping.
If he has V-Star, okay, I shouldn't have said that.
He top decked that. And this is how this tournament's gonna go, Rahul.
Meza goes, I need one heads, one please. Do anything.
Something tells me he gave up.
Boom!
Bang. Oh, he conceded.
Let's go. Didn't have enough air in your Drifloon.
Yeah, that's a crazy voice line.
Yeah, that definitely helps that I got it from the hand, because then he's gonna have to find them.
No, Mezagozi betrayed me.
Alright, this time, it's just not relevant.
It's fine. They're not gonna kill my Dreepy. It's as simple as that.
Well, the problem is
Please! They had to manually attach it. That's a Plasma Freeze Gold Ultra Ball.
we're getting
That's
stunned.
Okay, Rahul, we gotta go back to the drawing board and max rarity my deck now. That's not the rarest rare candy, El Bozo!
The Pogo Rare Candy is objectively the ugliest art in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, ew.
With those ladder games out of the way, it was time for us to head into day 4 of training.
I was playing games last night too, and we've been trying a whole bunch of wacky stuff. But like, dude, Gardevoir is so good, we also might end up on Gardevoir, because that deck,
Hey.
dude, is so powerful.
Dude, math is hard. I tell you what. For some reason, I thought Bib had 140 HP. Then I was like, okay, I need to hit 160.
Dude, oh my goodness, if my Bibarel did not die to Sableye, oh, so many decks that are just so much better.
Look at his alt art, the alt art swag from my Lugia
Oh, look at mine. Unsleeved in my grubby fingers
Yeah.
right now.
That's crazy.
Ooh, ooh, include this in the video.
You're like, yeah, that's crazy. Look at mine.
That was a random trainer. The scream! All right, lock in. Yeah, this is how an average day of work with me goes. But we got some insane practice matches in after and solidified my Radiant Pokemon choice as Alakazam. I see it. It's working. It's at this point that we know how to play our decks. We've been taught the sequencing. Now we just need to get in games versus good players. Good thing we have 2 of those. Okay, so I'm dead. So I've got a buddy next turn. And
Actually,
I
you're not. I did not hit a switch card. I had to seal stone for a generator. I will get the most. Okay, this cannot go in the video.
You missed another generator?
This is ridiculous, man.
Keep it in! I'm cooking him, dude!
I'm losing my street cred out here.
This guy was #1 in the world!
I think this was the turn where I lost.
I
for sure.
did it! You didn't have enough air in you? I know Raging Bolt. I know Lugia I lose to, but I can beat them. Snorlax, I'm gonna beat every single Snorlax player that sits across from me. If you're playing Snorlax in an event, I'm gonna hunt you down. I'm gonna look for you. I'm gonna ask the TO to sit across from you table 1 just so I can beat you with a smile on my face and drool coming out my mouth, because that's what we're both gonna be doing by the time that we're done.
Somebody's got to call the cops on this guy.
We're down to our last day of TCG live training, and I really wanted to get more matchups in versus Charizard.
Yeah, but my coach just gave me homework.
In between now and travel, I want you to get at least 50 more games in. Just get warmed up, write down your wins, losses, any like small notes you want to take away from it.
Alternate title for this YouTube video: 2 boomers with tight schedules play Pokemon all day.
2 boomers with jobs.
Yeah, with jobs. Now that we're 1 day away from the tournament, we flew all the way to New Orleans to have our final coaching session in real life. Welcome in, dudes.
Gamer!
What's good, John?
How are you?
We forgot literally everything. It's all gone. First things first, we're gonna play the Argus.
card Dapko? That was coaching an apprentice.
It broke the sound barrier.
All right. Morning of the thing.
I don't think the nerves are here yet.
First round jitters.
Check the jitters.
I'm always jittery.
I'm drinking caffeine as we like competitor.
The day we've been training for is here. We're about to find out who is better at the Pokemon TCG.
This is massive. Oh my god. He's just like me.
But between us, we really just wanted to see if we can get 9 wins combined.
And I am going to be getting 8 of those.
Just start round 1 already.
I'm getting really close. This is gonna be a terrible shot. Game 1, I had 2 Dreepy or 2 Fire Energies prize. They were my last 2 prizes. I won somehow. Game 2, I had 2 Dreepy prize. I lost. Game 3, I won.
I played against Roaring Moon. I lost game 1 because I prized Counter Catcher. Took 2 prizes, didn't take it.
Yeah.
Otherwise I win game 1. And then game 2, he just didn't bench EXs the whole game.
Yeah.
And he just kills me the whole game. Well, I lost, and I ran into Chris Krieger right here. I lost too.
It's only round 1 and I'm already sweating. I don't know if my brain is empty now or Super Saiyan. Probably empty. We already.
Heading into round 2, something impossible happened. When I got my match slip, my opponent had the same last name as the guy that I just beat. Surely there's no chance out of the 3,300 people competing that I got this guy's older brother.
I had to play against my round 1 opponent's brother. I feel like I just showed up to the playground and I got tattled on and I'm getting beaten up.
No, what it really feels like is that one family above Mauville, where you walk up and then surprise you beat them, but then their older brother's there to beat you, and then surprise you beat them, the uncle, the grandma, and the whole time I have no potions. I feel like this is just leaking the next script of the Avengers movie. I feel like I just beat someone up on the playground, they told their older brother on me, and he came with a baseball bat. What? Oh, also, yeah, that guy went 8-1. He went 8-1. What?
Game 1, I immediately did not respect the Manaphy or the Greninja. They destroyed my whole board. We went to game 2 and I was setting up. Everything went really, really well. And then he scooped. I didn't think I had it. And I looked at it and realized he's not playing Devo. So that set up my 3rd game and he couldn't go for the Devo play, but he won in the end. 1-1. That was supposed to be a really good matchup for me, but I didn't know it. I didn't expect anyone to play that.
I think the bigger story to tell out of this is the fact you beat my brother round 1 more than I did.
Played against Dragapult Xatu. I had a 4 prize turn where I Monkey Doried onto the Dragapult and then bossed up a Luminion. And that was sweet. That was to win game 2. I played against
card game junior division players.
Having practice
time in round 2.
Having practice against
Trading
Jack.
card game
Oh
junior
my
division
gosh.
players.
Having practice against Jack with that was super helpful. Like it helped me know a lot of lines. She got too far ahead in game 1. That's really all it comes down to. 0-1-1. We'll see what happens from here.
I played against a Dipplin player. I had no idea what Dipplin did until last night. One of Sam's friends brought Dipplin over, and because of that, I won. 2-1. I need 2 more wins, and I'm happy. You could think of a single perfect deck for me to play against his Dragapult. What is it?
Raging Bolt.
I just beat a Dipplin player.
That's awesome.
2-1.
Played against a super unique deck, Baby Futures with the Iron Thorns that discard stuff. Going back to something that John and I first talked about was unfair stamp being in the game means you have to have board draw.
Having something on your board that can just like draw you cards like that is gonna be super important because I think unfair stamp is absurdly powerful and a lot of decks will be able to capitalize on using that.
Her deck did not have any board draw, so it made it super easy for me to go for an unfair stamp, and then she just couldn't recover afterwards. So really cool for me to like be able to process that in the moment of she has no board draw. I need to search for unfair stamp for as soon as when she knocks something out. Great game. 1-1-1. Here we go. Round 4 coming at you.
What's the single best deck that I could have played against that I only learned of last night?
The single best deck you could have played against.
Dipplin.
No!
I feel like us practicing against each other with like hard matchups has made all these easy matchups just like free.
It's like, oh, I don't have to think as hard.
Nope, you just gotta think of the other ones.
We're 3 rounds in, and currently I'm in the lead.
I played against Mist Energy. I got destroyed. That was bad. 2-2.
Played against Raging Bolt, Ogerpon, which I like playing into that. I like my matchup into that. First game, I just stomped him. Just Guardy doing Guardy things. I later on had a really nice Unfair Stamp. That won me the game. So Unfair Stamp's just a broken card. Raging Bolt's trash. Round 4, 2-1-1. See you next one.
I may have played against a terrible matchup, but
I lost, but Sam won, which means we only need 5 more wins.
5 more.
Only 5. How many rounds do we have?
We have 5 more rounds. So one of us needs to win every round.
We can do that.
Yeah.
It was Guardy again. That's the deck I'm ready for.
Yep.
No match notes, 2-0. Know the match.
Round 5, but against Dialga, that was like one of the few decks that me and John just never tested. We played one game, finished it. I won game 1. Game 2, we were down to like 7 minutes at the start of game 2. He had to take 6 prizes in 7 minutes, and he wasn't able to do it. Overall, really fun. Super cool dude. Glad that I got the dub, 3-1-1. The pursuit is on.
Going into round 6, I am paired against my best player yet.
Played against Monkey Dory, Gouging Fire, and I couldn't set up. Game 2, I prized 2 of my Dragapults. I used my Hisui and Heavy Ball. I see that they're in there alongside my Unfair Stamp. I'm 0-1 at that point. It's the worst I've ever been beaten.
In the Guardy mirror, back and forth. I Cresselia'd 3 of his Curlias, but super close match. I won game 1. There was like 7 minutes left. I was gonna get set up game 2, and he just scooped. 4-1-1. My goal was 4 wins, and I got 4 wins, so I'm gaming. Excited to see what the rest of it holds.
Sam and I both finished our rounds really quickly, so we had time to go over our matches.
Hey, dude. Pretty great.
4-1-1. 4-1-1.
Yeah! Yeah, if we get CP, that's if I go 5-4, that's 6 times what I've made all year.
Yeah, so this is where I tell you that out of 600 points that I need for a Worlds invite, I only have 4. There was a 90% league challenge that I got top 32 in.
I went into the mirror, and because you and I practiced it yesterday,
Yep.
it literally helped me like get there. It was so important.
I did not practice Gouging Fire, Lost Box, Diplin, Pidgeot Control. I got all these weird decks, but I beat
did.
Gardevoir. I'm beating Gardevoir players with invites. But I'm losing to everything else.
It's a really good thing that I practice Gardevoir, but no amount of coaching could have prepared me for what happened next. This might have been the most stressed round of Pokemon ever. Round 1 of our game, I'm destroying this guy. He's got 2 prizes left and he's not taking a single prize card left, but a judge walks over and he's like reaching under the table to grab something. So I move out of the way, thinking somebody dropped a dice, and he picks up a card and it's my sleeve color. Shit. They had us sitting on these super skinny tables to where our mats were like folding over the end. So I'm guessing at just some point somewhere, it slipped off the small tables. So I took a game loss. Completely fine with me. We shuffle up. I'm frustrated in this situation, but I wanted to make sure my opponent knew that I wasn't frustrated with them. So I let them know that. We go into game 2 and their pace of play has slowed down by so much. I won game 2 and we go into game 3. There's like 6 minutes left in the round, but we got a time extension. So I call a judge and I ask them to come over, and then my opponent conceded on me. There's no way that there was any winner ever. And it just sucked.
That sucked. I won, but I don't even know whose fault it is. I don't think it's anyone's. I think it's just shit.
Raging Bolt, really close. I won game 1, went into game 2. I needed to hit Gardevoir off of 2 refinements. Didn't hit it, would have won me the game. But I had the counter catchers, just need to hit the Guardy. I'm okay getting a tie, it's gotta win the next 2, so.
After a bit of fresh air and relaxing, it was time to finish this tournament out strong.
Put against Grafton Rolls, a regional winner, playing Iron Thorns EX, a deck that I don't love. That card shuts off the abilities of all my Pokemon with rule boxes, so I can't Gardevoir EX to Psychic Embrace cuff stuff out. Game 1, I prized a Rod, which I needed to bring back the Fluttermane. Game 2, he had Prime Catcher and Locity and killed my Fluttermane because I had to start it. So, really good player, not a fun matchup, just didn't really enjoy that game.
I just played against the guy who got top 4 at Worlds playing Lugia.
How'd that go?
How'd that go?
Lugia, someone who got top 4 last international, playing my counter deck. What's going on?
4-2-2.
4-2-2.
That is 14 points.
14 points. I'm at 12.
Yeah.
So if I win my round and you lose, then I win.
I don't love that.
It's quite literally down to the wire now.
What if I sit down and ask the person to ID?
Why would they say yes?
I don't know. Hey, let's go get some food. You want an ID?
judges in the comments. Let me know if he can be banned from saying that on recording.
No.
I can't sit here and say I hope you don't win because I hope that you do win. Because I hope that we both win.
Yeah, let's both win.
Let's both win.
What is up, gamers? End of round 9. Really fun match with my friend Jake here. Jake needed an ID to get into Worlds, so we sat down and I said, yeah, that's fine. I knew Jake back in 2016, and this regionals events this year has been all about just nostalgia for me. And so getting to help send one of my friends to Worlds is super cool. We played it out. I lost, so we're not going to put that part in. We're going to say I got 15 points and just say that, because then if Jack didn't win, then I beat him. But we're gonna say I tied.
Since Sam just gave away his chance of winning this entire video, all I needed to do was win this match and I take this whole tournament. But
we would have just tied, and it would have just deleted points. So I gave him the win. So I lost. Did you win?
Do we count IDs?
Yeah, because I lost.
Oh, then yes, I tied.
And just like that, Sam won. And actually ended up getting some championship points. I don't know what it means that we both gave away our wins at the end that we needed for this video, but I can gladly say that these 7 days of coaching made us into way better players. And it made this experience so much less stressful and so much more fun.
All right, you guys are good. You guys are good.
I feel overall, the amount of confidence.
Oh, yeah.
Going into it, it was just like, I didn't play against any
Like
matchup.
next year, you guys don't have to like play every day or whatever. If you're just playing the format, go to a couple cups here and there.
Yeah.
You'll find your groove, find a deck you like,
good.
and don't do what I do and switch. Just stick to what you want to play.
Oh yeah, and our opponents were busted. So many of them had Worlds invites. And since we got so close to making day 2, maybe we try this again, but with more training. But at the end of the day, there was just only one thing that I just couldn't get out of my head.
I love Pokemon. I love Pokemon. I want to play more Pokemon. I'm going to play more Pokemon tomorrow.